Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Darlings, if you have not gone to a Healthy Hair Studio, start running. Are we living and loving, my darlings? I had a haircut. Yes, I did. It was so long that I had to trim the back, baby, and I live and love it. All the edges coming in. At 56, I did not know that I would rock my natural hair and feel the most beautiful. Do not forget to use my discount code Fumi for Healthy Hair Studio. The best thing I have ever done in my entire life as far as I am concerned. I just live and love it. Do we live, my darlings? Do we love?
Hi guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking here.
All right, my darlings, why are we here? I will tell you why we're here. We are here because Swaggy Mo, who is Senegalese and Gambian, like me. For those of you that don't know, I am half Gambian and half Nigerian. So Swaggy Nangadef. Handsome. He is an influencer. I am just discovering him now because of this saga. Handsome, that chocolatey skin, baby. Smooth, Bobo. Smooth. Lovely guy, lovely personality. Like I said, he's like my baby brother, and he's very much an influencer. Yes, baby. Needless to say, he had some kind of situation because he was coming to Nigeria, and he was denied access. Let's take a listen.
Listen, Swaggy Mo is coming to Nigeria. Swaggy Mo is coming to Nigeria. I'm gonna be there from the 10th or the 11th till the 21st. But we ain't doing that to December. We just ain't that to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be in Abuja for the most part. Lagos will probably like 2-3 days. So link up. And then also on top of that, I'm trying to have like a fundraising event if possible to like an orphanage or anything of that sort. If there's anybody, so all the Alajis in Abuja, you know what I'm saying? Link up. Let's make it happen. You get what I'm saying? And I'm also trying to see like what foods I should try. I'm gonna be on a food tour out there. You know what I'm saying? Monster foodie. So I'm trying to see what Nigeria has to offer, cause you know what I'm saying? We already know what Senegal got. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going, you know what I mean? But I want to try some like traditional Nigerian food. Traditional. Meaning like, you know, from Nigeria. That's what I want to try. But anyways, we inside. We inside live. We outside. All of that. Swaggy in Nigeria. Let's get it.
Checking passengers on the service. Please proceed for pre-board.
Increase the volume, my darling. Fumski Wumski. Yes. Let me charge it also, because you know how you feel about your charging. And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of things.
I don't think I will ever step foot in Nigeria again for the rest of my life if I can avoid it. I just got deported from Nigeria, and it was the most dehumanizing, humiliating experience ever in my life. And it wasn't just because I was getting deported, but it's because how I was treated. And it's absolutely breaking my heart that I have to make this video, because if you know me, you know my love for Nigerians really like go deep, bro. Like, a country that doesn't get the flowers that are rightfully earned and deserved is Nigeria. Listen, I'm obsessed with Nigerians to like an unhealthy level. Like, I love Nigerians so much. The creativity, the tenacity, the drive. Nigerians are built differently. Listen, I just went to Harvard for a speaking engagement. When I tell you, everybody I met, what's your name? Nkechi, what's your name? Adeola, what's your name? Oluwafemi. I'm like, I felt like I was at a Nigerian convention or something, which proves what I always knew to be true. Nigerians are just the definition of excellence. I even feel the need to like apologize to like my Nigerian colleagues and like just like all the people from Nigeria that really support me, you know, like like, I truly champion for Africa, bro. You know what I'm saying? And to get treated like that on African soil, like Nigeria was always the #1 country on my travels list, more than I wanted to even go back to Senegal and Gambia. Like, I swear, like Nigeria is so rich in culture, tradition, and history, and I've always wanted to experience that. I always wanted to submerge myself within that. And I feel like that was robbed of me, not just because of the deportation, but because of like how traumatic the whole experience was and how some of these people were speaking. I'm just like, I don't ever want to have to deal with this again for the rest of my life. So a friend of mine was getting married in Abuja and was like, yo, Mo, pull up to my wedding, like, don't worry about airfare, whatever, I'll pay for all that. So he was basically taking care of everything. So I was like super excited. I've had this thing where like in every African country I go to, I always want to go to like an orphanage and figure out like, you know, how I can contribute or anything of that sort. So I was like, yo, let me figure out what I can do to give back to the people of Nigeria. So I spent thousands and thousands of dollars of my own money and just was already making connections with people that are out there on the grounds and like figuring out how to like get the fundraiser going and everything. And I feel like also like just the way that charity is done in Africa it can be very dehumanizing, and I just want to kind of like change how that is done in a sense. As I got to the airport, they were asking me like, what's my visa? I'm like, oh, the person that invited me like took care of it. But it's because the system in Nigeria was down. They didn't get any like update or anything of that sort. So I had to make an application at the airport, and I got the confirmation that the application was submitted. So I thought that once I get to Nigeria, I would get the approval letter, or at least there's something that I can like, you know, figure out there. But that wasn't the case. Got to Nigeria and they were like, oh, your visa's still not approved, but the system is down. We can't even check it. And they took me to an office, and I was talking to this one guy, and his shift ended and he left. And I was there by myself, legit. Nobody was giving me information, nothing. I was hungry, thirsty, nothing, bro. I even got outside one time trying to speak to somebody, and the guy legit ignored me to the point where somebody had to look at him and be like, yo, respond to him. And he was like, what do you want? Like, he was like, just go back over there. I'm just like, that was so disrespectful. I was legit just trying to get an update on what was happening. Mind you, like, people walking around, but you don't even know who's an immigration officer or not. Some people are in plain clothing, some people are sewing their badge, some people are... But it was just so chaotic. After hours of waiting at the Lagos airport, their senior official finally came in and he was even more dismissal. Just legit was like, oh, we sending you back. Within 5 to 10 minutes of him coming, I was already being escorted back to go to the Delta gate for the next flight that was out. So the flight happened to basically like be late, or the door was closed by the time we got there. And they wanted me to stay in their office, bro, for 24 hours. The next flight was 24 hours away. I had to pay out of my own pocket to go get a lounge so I can eat and shower or even get like a beverage, but nothing was offered to me. And it's crazy because some of the shopkeepers that were there like were just so nice, so cute. They always were looking out for me, asking me, oh, do you want anything? Do you want any food? Like always checking to make sure I was good. And mind you, there were people that were on the same flight as me that would come, and people in regular clothes would come and legit, no badge, no nothing, come escort them all the way before you even reach the passport control. They would come escort them from there. They didn't even scan their passport. And some of the immigration officers were in my face talking about, oh, and they saying, oh, Nigeria is corrupt. Basically saying that like, oh, I guess we ain't so corrupt. But I'm just like, what does everybody else what does that have to do with me? And get this, even the next day that I was getting processed, right in front of my face, the Delta employee was telling the immigration officer, oh, good job. I'm another African man just like you, bro. The blue passport that I carry don't mean nothing, bro. At the end of the day, like, have some respect and have some dignity in the way that you treat people. He was just like, oh, good job. Oh, you guys are finally doing a good job. I'm just like, and mind you, this is the same guy that I was trying to upgrade my flight with, and he was just being so dismissal and almost like, oh yeah, oh, you're gonna fly back in economy because the ticket was economy. So I was gonna upgrade. I upgraded my flight by myself when I was going. And so I was gonna do the same thing when I was coming back. And he was just like, oh no, we're gonna fly you, we're gonna send you back in economy. Mind you, I have a Delta status, and I was willing to pay for whatever the upgrade was gonna be because I was flying 18 hours the day before just to sleep at the airport for it's 24 hours just to get right back on another plane. Like I feel so heartbroken because like if you know me, like I really rock with Nigerians like heavy, bro. I never in my life thought I would ever sit down and be making this type of video. Never, ever in my life. But I'm a big believer in divine order. So maybe it was just not being meant for me to go to Nigeria. But it's just the way I was treated that really broke my heart by people that look exactly like me. I'm not even asking for you to be nice to me. Just be fair. Like, talk to me. Like, I'm a man just like you. Alright, so this is the last video I'm going to make on this because I just genuinely... I'm uncomfortable really having to talk about this thing because it's not just about, oh, it's Nigerians, but now it's legit. Like, I put myself in the same shoes as y'all. I don't look at these colonial borders as like legit, y'all are my brothers and sisters. Like, and I just want things to get better for y'all, for all of us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a matter of me trying to look down or trying to look down upon anybody. That's the last thing I want to do. There's not one African country that I want to go to and trying to like distinguish or differentiate myself from, because it really does not. I'm truly a Pan-Africanist at heart, like really. And I just want y'all to know that. And like the Nigerian workers at the airport, like the shopkeepers were absolutely phenomenal to me. Like some of the shopkeepers, I was legit praying all Fajr to Isha prayer all like the whole day. So I really and truly appreciate y'all. I love y'all truly. And like I'm sorry I had to make this video, but I just wish, you know, things were handled a little bit differently. Yeah, now I gotta explain to my mom how, you know how African parents are when it comes to like this whole authorities and but I'm well, I'm back at home. And yeah, I really and truly appreciate y'all and love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, peace out. And I'm probably gonna turn my phone off after this because I'm tired. But yeah, peace.
Hey, hello my darling Swaggy Mo. How are they? Okay, so let me tell you, there were a couple of things. There were a couple of mishaps that you made here. I am Gambian. I am Nigerian. I'm also American, baby. Let me tell you, you should have had your African passport, whether it was your Gambian or your Senegalese passport, whether it was expired, you should have had your Senegalese or African passport. You should have had it. What happened was that you rolled up to Nigeria without any kind of respect. There are all kinds of respect, not only mouth respect, as in when you get there, good afternoon sir. Good afternoon ma. You prostrate and say good afternoon sir, good afternoon ma. You start there. Let me tell you something. Out here in these streets, I'm Fumidesaluvold. When I get to Nigeria, Olufumlayo. Yes, my head is very correct because these are my people. Good afternoon, sir. How nade? What of mommy? What of the children? Start there. That's culture. Make sure that you got your coin. Yes, just take this one for Christmas. That was why they sent you to the office. They let you stay there, and that's privilege. You're lucky that they sent you to an office, and that's because of your American passport. If not, you'd have been in the hallway so that you can think of what you are doing. You should always come correct, and you have to understand and respect the law. A lot of people think that Nigeria is a jungle, and we swing on trees back and forth, and we have no order. That's why, because you wouldn't have done that if you were coming to America. With Trump in office, you wouldn't have tried it. So that's where we're at, my darling. Your friends that were supposed to telling you, roll up, come for the wedding. You should have been in communication with them on the phone, on WhatsApp. You should have been constantly texting so that they could have said, no, we got him. He's a guest. We know so. The governor to the governor to the governor of Abuja, we know him. So you want this brother to come through. That's how you come correct. On top of which, we don't really need you to come and donate to any orphanage. Donate to the passport officials first. Start there. Yeah. On top of which, you have to use your own money to eat, to drink. You are lucky you were able to eat. You were lucky to able to drink. You were able to have a bath. Where did you think you were? You were at a spa, darling? No, you are not. You were not deported. You were just denied entry. Any country, especially Africa, make sure you have your African passport so that they can say, okay, let us see what we can do. But you rolled up there as an American, and you see, the thing is that you got the whiplash of Trump, because let me just say that. So they're not feeling you like that. On top of which, you're an African in America. They know who you are, brah. So you coming up to say brah and this is of Ogasa. That's the difference. That was the hiccup in all of this matter. Then you said you are rolled up as if to say, well, you know what, without your coins we will starve. Nigeria, we don't need nothing. We really do even need you as much as I live and love you. If you went to Senegal, if you went to Gambia, okay. And my mother's country, of which I live and love, there would still be some questions. Where's your passport, brah? You had nothing. all you had was an American passport, do you think that they would let a Nigerian go into America without a visa? Let's just digest that first. They are talking about how you are being ill-treated. You're giving them extra work to do. They don't want to deal with this. They don't want to deal with it. When you were in the office and they said, sit there, that was when you should have been thinking, how am I going to arrange this matter? Okay, you know what, Augusta, come and have this for Christmas. Yes, just for the children. It's a Nigerian culture. That's why I loved Sunday church back home, because your uncles would come and say, Fumi, have this towards your pocket money to boarding school. Everybody gives everybody money. It's not bribery, it's gifting. That's how I look at it. And when I come there, I'm correct. I don't come up there, you understand me, with my British passport and say, oh yes, you know, I'm from England, I'm from London. What? Nobody got time for that. What are we working with out here, sis? It's the culture, and you got it because as an African, you forgot the culture. Because it's widespread. You got to know that's the language behind the language. That's it. Nothing mattered. It was your approach to the situation. Then you've come out here crying. No accountability. That does not make sense. Swaggy. That was not a swaggy move. That was a very stupid move. Where were your friends in time of need? You wanted to roll up. You wanted to create content in Nigeria and Lagos and let them see that you're doing big things. And in actual fact, you're not doing anything at all. You did not even have the simple common sense to come and start saying, you know what, let me organize this matter. Instead, you want to abuse us and say, well, you know, the systems were down. They had no light. Is it not Lagos? Child, please. At the end of the day, what should have transpired? Your friends that invited you, they should have made sure, absolutely, 100%, that you had your visa before you left. That you had it there, not at the airport. Anything can go down, and everything did. Okay, in the event that there was no light, where were your friends? They should have been there to greet you. Yes, my darlings, anytime where I go, there's a driver to greet me. I respect myself 100%. I make sure I have my seat. I know where I'm sitting. I know what I'm eating. I know. I make sure. I was just in America. Absolutely. Juvia's place, fantastic. They had the car waiting for us. They had the driver waiting for us. And they had an usher waiting for... Well, I filmed everything and I showed you guys. The same thing when I went to Mykonos. We had a driver waiting for us. In case anything went down, you know what? These are the papers that you need. In fact, we always ask, what is required of us before we go anywhere? It's simple common sense, my darling. You are an influencer. You're not Davido. You're not. Davido is a walking passport. Anybody knows Davido, so he can get anywhere. You, on the other hand, you are influencing one or two things. That's it. You know? Oh God, and you have to use your own money. Now it makes me feel as if to say that maybe there wasn't even anything that you were going to do. Were you not going to use your own money too for the orphanage? What are you talking about? Don't worry, it's okay, don't cry, my baby brother. Sorry, it was an experience. It was not that you were deported, because that means that they would send you to the country of where you belong. They just said, we cannot give you entry right here. They treated you relatively very well, as a matter of fact. At the end of the day, because you came with no visa, you now cause the inconvenience of you not having a bath, of you not eating. That's not their responsibility. What did you want them to do? Oh, Swaggy boo boo, come home with me. You know, come home with me. Let me wash you. Let me feed you pounded yam, okra soup. And then tomorrow when I'm coming to work, you come with me. And then make arrangements for you to go back. Don't be stupid. Oh God, I'm so sorry, boo boo. Don't worry, okay? But it's not our business. Nigeria did a good job. Yes, they did. Because at the end of the day, you have to go by the law. And you came there with no visa. You did not come with an African passport. What happened to your African passport? African passport, okay? Where is it? You only came with your blue passport. Nobody cares. Nobody was impressed, as you saw. It would have been better If you had come to Nigeria with your Senegalese passport, I promise you would have walked in. But you came there as if to say, yeah, you know, hey, wear my sunglasses. Well, let me wear my sunglasses. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh God. Oh, yes. You went there with your sunglasses. You understand me? Almost a mic. Where's yes, where's my mic? Where's my mic? That's it. This is how you arrived. This is how you arrived in Nigeria with your American passport. And they said, what's your real name on your passport? Something like Malik. They said, step back. And that's where everything fell apart. I am so sorry, Malik. You have to try and reevaluate this matter again, okay? And let us see what we can do, okay? It was all your fault, and you didn't take accountability. That's why you found yourself in the trenches. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you. I'll see you sooner than later. Mwah. All of my love. Oh my God, I am so excited. I am so excited, my darlings. We have officially launched the FDV website, and we have what? We've got products, we've got merch, we've got t-shirts, we've got tote bags. I am so excited. A lot of you said, Fumi, when are the t-shirts coming? And I want to tell you that I am terribly humbled. I had launched this exclusively at the meet and greet, and for the life of me, I did not know that we would sell out. I had no idea. So I had to put the money back into the business so that I could get some more t-shirts and tote bags for you. And I want to say what a journey this has been. The 2 t-shirts that I have, and I'm wearing one now with the v-neck, and I measured it so that it comes right down. Whether you're big busted, whether you're small busted, it will come right down to the center without opening with the bust. And darlings, I have what is delayed is not denied, because everything started much later in my life. I got married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. I started YouTube at 45. I started my business at 55. And so I want you guys to know that what is delayed is absolutely what is not denied. And so I made these for you in white as well as in black. It is tagless because I react to tags. We have t-shirts where you have no tags, and these go all the way from an extra large to an extra small. Some of you will be wondering, Fumi, what size are you wearing? I am wearing an extra small. We also have it in black for you, so let me show you. What is delayed is not denied. There you go. So whatever your preference, if you like white, if you like black, go right ahead. I love both. It is absolutely fabulous. Everybody, anybody can wear this, and just look at how it goes all the way down. I love it. So it covers your bottom for those of you that are conscious. You can also tuck it in halfway as well, make it loose, loungy with your jeans, and then you can roll it up. You can style it any which way that you like. I love it because you can also layer it underneath your suits because it's getting colder now, and the quality is absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous. And for my ladies that are double X, you can get the extra large because it is that big. You're going to love them. Super soft. Put them in the wash. They don't shrink. They don't shift. They don't shed. I put a lot of work into this because it was really personal. And I wanted again to send a message that what is delayed is never denied. And that means that you're only prepping yourself for greatness. It will come to you with such greatness. The next t-shirt that I made was eating my salads and minding my business. I loved it. And that's how I got here in essence. I ate my salads. I began to really have a healthier lifestyle. A healthier lifestyle, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. Meaning that what no longer served me, I no longer wanted. I think that I just thought I can just bash myself around. I can abuse myself. I can ill-treat myself. You don't say beautiful things to yourself. But I would say it to everybody else. Oh girl, you're fabulous, gorgeous, this, that. I never said it to myself. And I began to realize that, Fumi, you know what? In the eating your salads is a representation of really taking a healthier stance to all of you, to everything of you. And salads are healthy, but you have the mental, you have the emotional. So I started speaking positively to myself. It was amazing. It really was amazing. I got more confident and I really began to love myself. And in part was when I started to say, Fumi, wear your natural hair. You are beautiful. You say it to others, you don't say it to yourself. And when I started to say it to myself, I began to have more confidence. I also realized that, Fumi, you don't have to be in any negative spaces, negative anywhere, because what? I am healthier, hence the eating my salads. The minding my business was amazing, because the more I minded my business, the more time I had to be productive with my life. Isn't that a trip? Oh my God. That is the real meaning of this. Mind my business. So I really wasn't into the gossip. I really wasn't into unproductive conversation. I sat at a table and every girl, lady, woman, female at that table was a CEO. When I tell you, we talked about production, we talked about fulfillment centers, we talked about where you can get better fabrics from Prague, from Portugal, from Bangladesh, from this, from that. I was rejuvenated. And I realized that, Fumi, when you stay away from stuff that does not serve you and is not productive to you, you truly mind your business. And I became a better mom. I became a better wife. I spent more time with the family. I enjoyed Adrian right across the board. That is a representation, because you are weeding out what no longer serves you mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating my salads and minding my business. They also come in an extra small, and it goes all the way to an extra large, and it's a bigger, loungier size. That's another thing, because I have been different sizes on this channel. Bigger busted, smaller busted. I've been curvy. I've been a limousine girl, and I loved every stage of me. I did. I really did. And that was why I said, I'm going to make it a loose fit. Why? Because if you're a curvy girl, it will suit you. If you're a slimmer girl, it will suit you. If you're an athletic girl, it will suit you. It's no longer what you look like. Truly, it's how you feel. And my limousine girls and my curvy girls, do you know, at that stage was one of my happiest times of my life, because it was when I gave birth to Adrian. This body created life when I was told so many times that it couldn't. And that was how I really realized, it became so clear to me that, woman, you're amazing. Men can wear it too, my darling boys. I will come out with a crew neck, but I thought, let me come out with a V-neck so that you can put all of your jewelry. That's another thing. You can put all of your jewelry, you can put all of your necklaces. It's just enough for it to show. It is just enough. When I tell you, this took so long, and it's plain in front, and you got the message in the back. You see, when you're walking away, clicking in your heels, that's the message. I lived for it. So those are the t-shirts, my darlings. If they sell out, don't panic. Don't panic. I will order some more, okay? And then we have what? We have our tote bag. We have our tote bag with the thicker straps that you can carry with you, and you can take this to the gym. It's a sports bag. You can take it to the gym. You can take it to the supermarket. You can take it to work. It's got the logos on both ends. And I'm going to show you something also. You have a magnetic clip, so you can clip it in. It will hold in together. Also, when you pull it apart, You will have the label also in the bag, and then you've got a big purse right here to put all of your keys. But guess what? Multi-purpose, my darling. You can also fold this bag. So I'm going to show you as is. You just turn it in like so on both sides. There you go. You fold it. Guess what? You fold it into the opening pochette. And there you go. There you go. So you can have this as an extra shopping bag. You can have this as an extra bag when you're going anywhere, even on the airport when you're traveling. It's so handy. So handy. It's a canvas bag. It is absolutely washable. It does not change. And we have it in pink. We have it in orange. We have it in sky blue, of which I live and love. Yes, and then we also have it in ice cream, because I love ice cream and I also love yogurt. So baby girl, you are looking absolutely cute. I hope you enjoy these, my darlings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for riding with me. This is just the beginning, because the bras are coming, the slips are coming, the panties are coming, the makeup, the skincare, the Afro hair care kit is coming. It's all coming, my darling. This is a black-owned brand, and I am self-funded. My financier is my wonderful husband. Thank you. Thank you, Ula. Thank you for the unconditional love and support. I could never do any of this without him. You're so generous. And God bless you. And God bless you too, my beautiful Fumi Nation. And I am so excited. The link is below. And I will be sharing how to wear the t-shirts, different styles, different suits for you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Bye-bye. Yay! We have launched. We have launched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I am so excited. I am what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.